Hello, 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 hello. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in. I have like nobody watching, but you know how you go on people live and they already got like thousands of followers. They're like, come on in. Come on, I'm gonna do it anyway. Come on in. Come on in. All right, so I'm gonna jump right into it. As the title says, I want to talk about my experience with leaving the world behind. Y'all remember that movie that came out on Netflix? Has it been a year yet? It's probably been a year since that movie's been out. And I still think it's so funny that a lot of the stuff they were showing us is exactly what's happening right now, right? With the Tesla cars and all of the airplane accidents. It's pretty wild when you think about it. They like to call us conspiracy theories, but I mean, the math is math, right? But I wanted to talk about this more on a spiritual or biblical and even a physical sort of sense of leaving the world behind. Now, this doesn't actually mean physically leaving, right? Because as long as we got a body and we got breath in it, we're going to be dealing with the world. We're still going to be in the world. We're still going to be operating in it. But I'm more so talking about our attachment to the material world and material things and how we've known to operate in the material world. And I was kind of going over different Bible verses early this morning about it. And I don't have them memorized or anything, but there's several verses that talk about, being in the world and not of it, not attaching yourself to the physical material because it's earthly and you are eternal, you are everlasting. And I've really been in that. I'm going through quite a transition in my life. If you follow me on my blog, www.tabooish.wordpress.com, I also have a podcast as well. If you follow me on any of those platforms or even Threads, for example, that's the main social media site that I use, I talk about this stuff all the time. I talk about our attachment to a system that really doesn't support our individual needs and our individual way of being. We're taught and conditioned to get up 9 to 5, get up, work, hustle, 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 even if that means multiple jobs. And I remember just finally coming to a point where I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, this is what we getting up doing every day. It's the same thing. It's the same cycle. It's the same cycle. And as long as you keep participating, this is all you're going to be doing. This the hamster wheel round and round. Hola, how y'all doing? Hey, thank you for joining. So, right now I'm just talking about like our attachment to physicality, the physical world, how it's just kind of a rigmarole of life. It get tiring. It's a lot. So, I'm just in a process right now of really being asked to detach from that. And it's not easy. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's easy, that you're gonna wake up one day and be like, I'm just gonna leave the physicality and my ideas and my attachments and my way of being behind. It's a process. It's definitely a process of being in a new way, detaching in a way that most people around us are attached to, that most people are going to encourage you to stay in, and things of that nature. It's been really tough, but I'm just to that point. What are you doing? I just got done eating. I just got done eating some burrito tacos, and it was good. They was great. So I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah. So, but what y'all got going on? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. I don't really have like no real script here of anything or any real talking points or anything, but that was just pretty much all I wanted to say, you know. Um it's a lot of things going on in the world, as we know, and I think it's really challenging our ideas of security. That's another thing. We put so much security on things outside of ourselves. Nothing is secure except what's within. That job is not secure. That home is not secure. Now, the job bleeds into everything else. So, a job can decide that they no longer need you, they no longer want you, they're cutting costs, they're cutting down, all of that stuff, right? And that affects you and your family when they decide, you know what, your services are no longer needed. Thank you for your time. And that bleeds into everything else that you deemed secure. Your home, if you're paying for a car, how you're going to take care of your children. But we put all of this, for example, this is just one example of being attached to the material of life. And then think about your home. You lose your home, you lose just about everything in it, possibly, not everybody. And it's a trickling effect. It's a domino effect. And one day I just woke up and I'm just like, you know what, I can't do it. And it's a risk. It's definitely a risk when you decide, and it's not for everybody. It's for when you know yourself, you know how you operate, you're not meant to operate in the ways that you've been taught or programmed. It's like an awakening. It's like, I don't operate like this. I cannot continue to do it no matter what the cost is, no matter what the risk is. And it's been a big risk in my life. But through it all, God, things are definitely pulling through slowly but surely, from living in my authenticity, from living in my integrity of standing on business, standing on the fact that no, I'm not continuing to do the things that I've been programmed to do, because in my spirit and my soul, I cannot, even if I wanted to, and I don't want to. um. So yeah, you know, that's like talking to my dad the other day. And again, with our president that's in office right now, a lot of people working for the government is losing their jobs. And, and unfortunately, his wife could possibly be affected by that as well. And, he's just like, wow, she has so much security. She has so much security there. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, the security is not in the job. The security is not what's going on in the world. Clearly, we're clearly seeing that. We cannot find security in somebody else, in something else, in a job, in another entity. You have to find that within yourself, and that is a spiritual journey. That is a journey to be secured within yourself and to trust God, Allah, spirit, universe, whatever you refer to it to. That's the only security. That's the only one. That's the one that's going to get you through everything beyond what you can even begin to conceptualize. Because trying to figure it through this world, trying to figure it through that job, through that 9 to 5, through all the stuff we have physical attachment to, see how long that works out for you here going forward. But I'm in the process of moving right now because it's a part of my life I left behind. I said I can't work in the way that I'm working anymore. I can't do 9 to 5. I can't do giving somebody 40 plus hours of my week every week. I'm burnt out. I'm tired. And when my body says I need to rest, that's what it needs to be. But because it goes against rules and policies of a job, you won't last long, moving in your autonomy and moving from your spirit. That's not something that places are willing to accommodate. So I had to kind of walk off on faith and say, hey, I need to do whatever it is I feel like I need to do for my spirit, because my spirit is first at this point for sure before anything else. And that trickles down to it, feeling like I was just working just to pay rent. I was working just to have stacked up so much money. The money was great till rent time come. Minus $1,250. It's like, wow, I worked so hard. I stacked up so much money. I worked and I did 40, I did 50, I did 60 hours, and my money is gone. It's just when you really start to wake up to the fact beyond, oh, well, that's just what it is. You get tired. You get tired real quick. You like, something gotta give. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but after a while, I don't know. I know for me, I was like, yeah, can't keep doing it like this, you know. And some people are designed that way. Some people are designed to operate on such a schedule in life, you know. But no, not for me. So, of course, again, not in a place of completely leaving. I can't completely leave the world behind until it's time for me to physically go, until my spirit is one with God, right? But just in the ways that we operate, just in the ways that we connect to the world and that we're so attached, yeah, I'm definitely being shown that it's time to let go in different ways and just allowing me walking in my authenticity and truth guide the way. And it will do it. It will. It'll be hard sometimes because you don't know what it's gonna look like. You don't know how your money is gonna come in sometimes. You don't know how things are going to work out sometimes. But if y'all tired, like a lot of y'all say y'all tired, mm, you gonna be willing to give it your best shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Know y'all heard that before, because everybody's so tired, but they not tired enough to stop feeding into a system that's not properly feeding into them. Besides your paycheck, that's gone as soon as you get it. Yeah, no, that's not working for me anymore. So, we'll see. Oh yes, that was my take on leaving the physical world behind, leaving the material of the world behind, and leaving our ideas of how to operate in the world behind. Right? So thank you for those that tuned in and subscribe to your girl, and I'll be back soon. Bye.